Rosie, can I have a dance? 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 All right, people. Let's do this. All right, we're back. As it is hot, I promised I was going to give you, let me pin the comment here, how to confuse your interviewer. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let us talk about it. Yes, how to confuse your interviewer. Somebody, okay, what model of cars are those behind me? Not be waiting we won't discuss today. We are not discussing mechanic something. Porsche Cayenne. Molue. Those one. Next time, come and see me in my DM. If you want to know the model of cars I'm driving behind me. In my mind. Okay, let's do this. How to confuse your job interviewer. Number one. I know I said the title is how to confuse your interviewer. Which one should I start first? Should I start if you meet your father-in-law? Or should I start the one for job? Since I think before you can meet your father-in-law, you have to eat. Let's start from job. And will not be unfortunate too, because if you are doing training on how to meet your father-in-law and you don't have job in hand, it's problem. Another problem. How to confuse your job interviewer. First thing to do, let me prepare the background. Be honest. You heard some of the people that I brought on live. You heard what they said. I saw a tweet during the week on social media. Somebody said, he don't know waiting drive him. He went and put on his CV that he speaks French and German or something. When this bros submitted job interview, when he submitted his CV, you know what happened? He said they were asking him questions, everything was going fine. The next thing, he just had French. And he just had German. Somebody in the interview panel just spoke German. Bro said he just turned to water and this person say, the life of my enemy has finished. They finally got me from village. Now lie. Don't go and put, first of all, before you confuse your interviewer, don't confuse your own destiny. Don't go and lie on top of your CV. It will not be unfortunate. You cannot speak German. Don't put German on your CV, hoping that you can confuse them. You will confuse yourself. I'm speaking from personal experience. Personal experience. They didn't get me. They didn't cut me. There was no cut. I'm telling you, there was no cut. All right? The time that they would have cut me, I'm the one that cut them. So there was no cut. They didn't cut me. Let me tell you my personal experience. So I love French language. And I put it on my CV. Languages, I put English. I put Yoruba, Hausa, and French. When they called me for interview, everything was going serene. I did gbadun them, they did gbadun me. I will tell you why they gbadun me, because I did confuse them low-key. When time reach, one of them just say, oh, interesting. You speak French. I just look around. Everywhere quiet for their mind. Maybe they don't see people where they say they lie for CV. They just say, oh. They just say, you speak French. I just smile. I just heard one woman on the panel say, oh yeah, now speak French to us. That question meets me unprepared, because I thought to myself, why would you tell me to speak French to you? Maybe if you want to speak French, you must speak French to me. Guess what I said in French? Of course, I made sure that the French I can speak, the small French I can speak, is French that makes sense. And me, I love the accent, so I knew the accent I was using. As soon as they said, speak French to us now, I just changed it for them. I said, alors, est-ce qu'il y a une personne ici qui parle le français? Hey! They confuse. As I bring the accent, I take my time, confuse them. The opportunity when I put down for CV, say, I speak French, small French. They can't want to use them against me. They say, oh yeah, now speak French to us. In French. And I asked them, I said, okay, is there anybody here that speaks French? I want to sample them, make I know whether I go behave myself small, or I go the museum they go. I just said, let me repeat. I will say it again for people that like the French, you know, chérie, yes, chérie, action. I just said, alors, est-ce qu'il y a une personne ici qui parle le français? Hey, me that they don't know, say we die here in this interview. That's the question I asked them in French. Is there somebody here who speaks French? They were looking at me. I look around from left to right. Nobody behaved. Nobody responded. All of them were just looking blank, like as if Tom catch Jerry. I said, no, don't enter today. When I realized nobody spoke French, they just wanted to test me. I say, na house help today. I just start for them. Now I say, qu'est-ce que tu veux? Je peux parler avec une personne ici. J'étudie le langue français seulement avec des cahiers de cassettes. Alors maintenant, je suis ici pour ce... They say, don't do. Now by themselves, that one don't chop them. Even if I mess up for interview, I don't confuse them. Always have one small joker. That's something special about you. If it is language you can speak, keep it at the bottom of the CV. And make sure you have rehearsed it. Your enemy will not get you. Village people will not get you. That's not the time you will not forget. You will not be saying, le bébé, ce n'est pas. You have finished your destiny. How to confuse your interviewer for job. Keep something special about you. If it's that I travel a lot, or I love traveling to Santorini, and they say, where is Santorini? You don't even know if it is in Jamaica or Papillon. Or they say, I speak. Don't implicate your destiny. Don't lie on your CV. That's the first thing in confusing your interviewer. Don't confuse yourself by confusing. Don't lie. If you have not worked in Julius Berger, don't put it there. You work with Ejigbo local government chairman to Sanfield the road. Say you Sanfield road in your estate. You didn't work. You are not an engineer. You didn't work in construction company. If you go and lie that you have construction experience with Julius Berger, that's when I say, oh, is Mr. Schneider still the controller of production? You say, sir? No, it's Kenny Black. I know now because of you I mentioned Ejigbo. Because I see you just creeping. Kenny, how you doing now? Kenny, call me. You need to call me. Shout out to Kenny Black. Now, imagine say na Kenny Black area for Ejigbo na you dey stay. You help them some few gutter or portal. Not from say you be construction engineer. My brother, you are not a construction engineer. Tell the truth and shame your village. Confess. But package it. This is not the second point. How to package, how to confuse your interviewer. The thing that you have done, prepare it well. Don't go to interview, then they say what experience you have in project management. Don't say in our area, I helped them to Sanfield Porto in front of Sherman House. They have gotten you already. Say, put your hand on your head and say, my father. Say, my father. They will not get me. Put another hand on your head. Say, my father. I will not get myself for them. Because you Sanfield Porto in Ejigbo local government area, and you study engineering in school, but no job. But you help them to Sanfield during environmental. You now say, what experience do you have in construction? You now say, I Sanfield Porto in Ejigbo local government area with Kenny Black. Me and Kenny Black, when we are small, we help them to Sanfield. You have already finished yourself. Don't say that. You say, I have experience in road rehabilitation, maintenance, and road rehabilitation and maintenance in Ejigbo local government area. When the local government chairman, the immediate past local government chairman was in office, I organized the youth. We were able to mark out 2 feet by 10 feet dimension of the road. By the time you mention the figure, they are dead. That's how you confuse them. So I have a little experience. I just finished university, because I love engineering, and I find it. I think engineering, I dream engineering, I dream road construction. I want to work with Julius Berger. It's me, I dream to work with Julius Berger. But, for example, over the past lockdown, we were able to rehabilitate and maintain 20 feet by 30 feet of degraded road. Look for the English that they use in construction. Use it. Just open teeth. Open your mouth. Wow. I helped them to Sanfi Road in Ejigbo local government area. Therefore, Julius Berger should employ you. You have confused yourself. They just look at you and say, hey, Otondo. Call the guy that went to Covenant University. See this one. He went to Osu, the Sanfi Road. He said we should employ him in Julius Berger. My brother Packwell. That's how to confuse. AY360. You said RR&M, a very prestigious arm of engineering, road rehabilitation and maintenance. That's how you will say it. Okay, when I was in university, people used to ask me, oh bro, when we meet, a lot of my friends were medical students, and pharmacists in Osu that time. Osu, shout out to anybody who go Osu. They say, so bro, let's meet you. What are you studying? We did meeting for Osu that time. We did, I don't know, one party. Okay, we go party, one medical student with my friend, they do party. Can't see boys and babes. But man, you don't enter my mouth. Some see boys and babes for school that time. Everybody set, die for Osu. Say Osu, they get pride. People the class come for Osu. Everybody sit down. Now I just enter school. Everybody just pell and go. All the babes too. They flick their hair back and forth. They whip their hair back and forth. Now I have balance. People they begin to introduce themselves. Hey, you be ex Osu boy. I hear, my name is Shegun Arinze, Pharmacy 300 level. They clap. The next person, my name is Tola Odunsi, Mech Engine 200 level. They clap. Whoa. My name is Dada Oluboyega, 100 level medicine and surgery. Oh, welcome. I see you. We'll talk, right? My name is Shola Shubawale, 400 level banking and finance. Oh, bro, all the best, bro. About to go. I see you. When it reach my turn, I don't sweat. I say, well, I day. I know here are Greek. Nobody study a Greek. I say, well, everybody pause. My mind, a question, I say, who send me come this party? I know they go party in my life. The only party when I will come now, they begin to introduce themselves and their course and their level. Me, I dare a Greek, 300 level. I don't even go far. I know if you go back again. 300, you don't late. Not be say I go say, I dare a Greek 100 level. But I dey plan to change to medicine next year. I know if you talk am. You don't late. I don't spend 3 out of 5 years. And I love agriculture, and I'm very proud of agricultural sciences. But I know say no be agric at the study. My brother, they are lecturer. I own them. By the time I was done introducing my course, everybody wanted to come and meet me in my department to change to my course. How did I do it? I confused them. Why? They interview me. I take it as interview. Personal insult. I take it as interview. We go party in the interview. Introduce yourself with your course and your level. I don't understand. We here to collect job. No be to chop rice and drink coke and go home. My brother, I plan for them, my sisters. Well, I did look there, they interview medicine, pharmacy, engineering, banking and finance, economics. When it reach my turn, I say your house help. Your gardener, you remain. When they say, so bro, okay, next person, and I say, I call my name. I give them my name. I say my name is XYZ. I said I'm studying agricultural sciences, and my major is in animal production. I'm in 300 level. They're confused when I run them fast. I run them fast, so they don't go here well. I confused them. They said, sorry, what's that? I said, I'm studying agricultural sciences. My name is Susu, so I'm studying agricultural sciences. My major is in animal production. And they're confused. Somebody say, sorry. They stopped the introduction because of somebody say, sorry. Did he say agric? I said, no, I didn't say agric. I said, I'm studying agricultural sciences and my major is in animal production. I'm in 300 level. They're weak. I confused them. By yourself, you don't run down your course where you study for school. How you want to get the job? Are they being paid below? You say animal production how? Now your course? Okay, as I call them now, on a no trip, imagine say, I say people, you know waiting instantly, somebody said, bro, you will study medicine self. Medicine no sweet for your mouth, like this bro will study agriculture. See as I call them. Somebody say, bros, waiting you they talk. No be agric you dey. I repeat them the third time with all seriousness. I look straight at all of them. I smiled. I say, yes, people. I'm studying agricultural sciences and my major is in animal production. They're weak. How to confuse your interviewer? When you go to interview, AY360, I see you, bro. Packaging. You call it packaging. I call it presentation. Some of you are already defeated from school. I want to get job. You can't confuse anybody. You're already weak. Even you're already weak to body. Like accidented car that they brought from Honolulu. You're already weak. Your spare part is already weak. Your motivation is already zero. Then I go to job. Let me tell you, motivation used to smell, whether it is good or it is bad. You go to job interview, you are already demotivated by yourself. Say, I study English education. Who will employ me? You go to bank. Alaye package. When you go there, yes, my major is in education, English to be precise, because I believe in communication and the art of speaking and expression. It's that you get us to go talk calm now. You get us to talk calm. Maybe say, even the interview I go for weeks, say, sorry, tell me more. Okay, you sell spare parts. Somebody say, I don't know, Hebrews 1:22. What are you asking me? Shay, you want me to tell you if you sell spare parts? Okay, man, just take this question, say like a test for me. Somebody say, you say, okay, you meet your babe dad now. You sell spare parts for Ladipo. How do you tell your potential father-in-law that you are selling spare parts to Ladipo? You just come. Yeah, my friend, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from? Which tribe? What do you do? My name is Chigozie Olawale Ibrahim. Where are you from? My father is from Ogoja, and my mother is from Ada local government in Kogi State. What do you do? By his special grace, I'm into your field interview. I'm mixing everything now. I've left job. I'm going into meeting your father-in-law now. I'm into, the moment you say you are into, failure number one is starting for you. It's not likely that they will like you in that family. I'm into, how can you be into a career of your life? I am a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm an animal scientist. I'm a trader. I'm a businessman. I'm a pilot. I'm a consultant. You say, I'm into, is that a profession? How can into be a profession? Into what? I'm into sales. Sales, you sound like a 419. If you don't have anybody to tell you, I've told you the truth. You stand, all your mates, all your friends that you are calling friend, you are gallivanting all over the place. You are deceiving yourself. You are sounding like a 419. I'm into. It's like you start. How can you introduce your profession with it's like, as in? Then you follow it up with as in. If I'm the father-in-law, I will tell them to open the gate and pursue you. And you want to marry my daughter? God forbid. You can't marry my daughter with it's like as in. You introduce your profession or what you do or what you studied in school with. It's like as in. Never you in your life. You can't confuse anybody like you will confuse yourself. Be confident. Look them straight in the eye. I didn't say go and eyeball them because somebody came on the live now. Say she went for job interview as she was staring into all this inspired to refire thing you have read. They say look into their eye and you are looking to their eyes. The Baba is looking right. You are matching him. He's looking left. You are balancing him. Your HR is asking you a question about construction because you did construction in school. You did civil engineering. You are targeting their eye because you read one book that told you to refire to require, and then you are beginning to, you are catching their eye every time. They will say you look weird. They say you are a stalker. I cover my eye. I'm not scared. They will say like thank you, you like Cobra. You are matching them. You want to strike them. I didn't say you should strike anybody. Look at them. When they are talking, asking questions, look at them straight eyeball to eyeball, eye contact to show that you are interested in the question. Nod slowly and smile. My brother, even if you don't understand the English, nod slowly. Just look for one word you go catch. You get some interview where you go internationally. Either through, because a lot of interviews, they will not call you nowadays because of COVID-19. They will do it remotely on Zoom. Interview will happen on Zoom. Get used to it now. Nobody want to catch Corona. So even when the audio is, even when you hear the thing where but English fail you, have your phone or the second phone on standby to Google words, to quickly Google words. Second phone on standby. If anybody asks me one nonsense, I don't understand. I go Google them. I get backup phone. You cannot finish me. When you do Skype interview, get backup phone on the hand. Put Google ready in case one word they quickly check the meaning. Where they speak big English, quickly check the meaning on Google dictionary or whatever is available to you. That's how you confuse them. You are always ready. What was I talking about again? Don't confuse me. So, when you maintain eye contact with the person talking to you, smile and nod slowly to show you are listening and you are understanding what they are saying. I didn't say be targeting them like Cobra that wants to strike. No, I didn't. So, then when you want to answer the question, if the question is something that you need to think about, pause, arrange your thoughts. Don't just open mouth, wow, and let anything fly out. You are doing yourself. You can't confuse anybody. You are confusing yourself. When you pause in front of an interviewer, you smile, you either look up or you think. It shows you are thinking. It shows you are processing what they said. Every interviewer likes somebody who thinks, who is cautious. They choose their words carefully, not just you know, even reason. Or you come out, wow, anything. Just calm down, reason, brain. Smile, lick your lips if you have fine lips. If you have glossy beard, if you say God give me beard, na die na day for this country. You get beard gun, your beard, all the beard before you go for that job interview or before you appear on the Zoom or whatever interview, all that beard, remove all this crack thing, then bite and wear before you are doing Zoom interview. Your lip is looking like sandpaper that they use for body filler in painter workshop. Now what for you? And auntie, when you are, if it's woman, don't go and put excessive lip gloss. Your lip gloss is reflecting all the light from the window. They can't even see your face. Light flare is already applying on the floor. Light flare, like American film, is blocking all the camera. They can't see your face. They will be using hand to block the light from your lipstick gloss before they can see the eye of the person talking. Is that what they send you? Moderation, brain. Point number what? If you like, don't be writing. It's not my problem. Because where is the interview for your job? I will collect it. Okay, so maintain eye contact, be confident, all right? Nod when the questions are being asked, especially if it is one-on-one. Smile and nod. Don't smile, madman smile, oh. Not the one. I didn't say you come and open teeth like somebody's worrying, no. Light smile. Mr. Ele Giwa, I see you. Ele Giwa, I know you are here briefly. Ele Giwa, shout out to Ele Giwa. Nod slowly. I didn't say you come and open it anyhow. And then follow them. If you are not sure, oh, excuse me, do you mean that one, if they kill interviewers, if they confuse them? But showing confidence in interview is not when your chest is up like this. Before they finish question, you have attacked them. Before they finish, you have attacked them. Calm down. Even Naira Marley, Bob Marley, he didn't do like that. That's not, when we say show confidence, we didn't say carry your chest out like somebody that has chest problem. No. Or breathing problem. That's not what we are talking about. Confidence, even if you are slouch, of course, don't slouch. Just sit upright, calmly, drop your shoulders if you need to. You don't need to put your shoulder up like somebody that is afraid of the hair. Calm down. Okay, the spare part story. Okay, thank you for reminding me. The spare part story. Let me finish this one. So maintain eye contact. Blink. Ella, the first girl that came to tell us that somebody in interviewing her said she was rude or that she was weird. Maybe she wasn't blinking. If you are looking at somebody, maintaining eye contact during communication for a job interview, and you are not blinking, you will look weird. You will look like a serial killer or whatever. I don't know what's in their mind. I don't know. Blink, smile, nod slowly. It shows you are processing, you are taking in the question. Before you answer, inhale, smile, think. Let your eyes go to a corner of your head. It shows you are thinking. People like interviewees that think, that are processing questions. You are natural. Don't panic. Relax. Wow, that's an interesting question. Oh wow, I was actually expecting that question. That's not a common question, but what I would say is make the interviewer feel good. Wow, I must admit, sir, that's a powerful question. Choco. Be natural. I'm not saying go and turn to comedian, but just be natural. You are too stiff. They can smell that you are stiff. You are afraid. People, by popular demand, let me finish the interview, the spare parts question. In case you are a spare part seller and your father-in-law, potential father-in-law, wants to meet you, and I told you how to present and introduce yourself with what you do. So you sell spare part at Ladipo. Don't go to your father-in-law when they say, "What's your name?" My name is Chidoze Olakunle Ibrahim from Umahia local government. My mama is from Ogoja and my papa is from Ida local government in Kogi State. What do you do? I selling spare parts at Ladipo. That's the end of your career in that girl's family. Say, I'm a businessman and the bulk of my focus in the business is sales and supplies of exquisite or exclusive replacement parts for automobiles. or automobiles, depending on British or American accents you decide to choose stick with. You don't necessarily need to project the kind of accent I'm projecting. I'm a businessman. I run a chain of businesses, but the most prominent one is the one I have at, mention the local government area first. Is the one I have at Lagos North local government area, or where is Ladipo located? Is it Surulere? No, it's not Surulere. Is it under Kosofe? I don't know. Let's say, for example, it's under Kosofe. I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman, and I run a chain of businesses. One, the most prominent one is, because the truth of the matter is, if you are selling spare part at Ladipo, you probably do more than that spare part. You are probably doing baranda to join it. Because on groups, we don't get them. You go carry and go the shop and get them baranda join. So nasty business. So you run a chain of businesses. The most prominent one is the sales, supplies, and renovation of exclusive Toyota automobile engineering components. Mushin Local Government, Animation House, thank you very much. Our biggest store is at Mushin Local Government area. We have a major warehouse at Ladipo, and that Ladipo self, not be by force to talk Ladipo, Mushin Local Government area. The Baba no go, they process you, say, if you're not getting stressed, say, wow, that's deep. The ego don't forget. By the time you say automobile, AY360, right? They don't. AY360, automobile parts sales executive. Thank you. Yes, sir. Nice to meet you, sir. Chinaya has told me so much about you. It's a privilege, sir. I've been looking forward to this day. What do you do? I'm an automobile sales executive, and I run a chain of businesses, but automobile sales is one of the main focus we do for now. We are looking towards expansion before the end of the year, and our main warehouse is at Mushin Local Government area, where we deal in exclusive parts for Japanese automobiles and stuff. The guy go confused whether now you the guy for in mind when he meet in Frank go say Baba Chineye, this boy that my daughter bring to the house, I think he's they say I can't remember, but I think he is one of their top managers at Toyota in Japan. That's what the guy Baba will say. He will confuse. That's how to confuse your interviewer. Next question. If you have question, post it in the question segment too. Somebody was asking me a question before now. Okay. If you have question, post it too. Wait. I didn't say, you say at rings, you say you go make your in-law get high hope. I don't understand. Before, if you cannot feed yourself, you want to go and meet your potential father-in-law. No, now you are doing well. We're just saying interviews. It's just an example. I didn't say don't lie. That's why you just join us. You this brother, you just join us. Don't lie on your CV. Don't lie to anybody in interview. But there's a way you can present what you do in a more intellectual way. Somebody asked me, say, waiting I studied for school. I said, I studied agricultural sciences and my major is in animal production. You can call it packaging or whatever you want to package it. But I will not go to that job interview and say, what did you study? Agric. No. I didn't study agric in school. Agricultural sciences. I'm a scientist. I'm a freaking scientist. And my master's degree, I studied animal breeding and genetics. So you can say I'm an animal geneticist. See how it sound now? You think it's a joke? You know how many movies where I watch? You know how many BBC documentary where I watch to learn how they call that word? Animal geneticist. I'm a geneticist. Say after me, I'm a geneticist. If it's British. If it's American, I'm a geneticist. You know how many interview where they don't interview me, say, so Frank, tell us, what did you study in school? I'm a geneticist, and for my first degree, I studied animal production or animal production. That means I have a degree in agricultural sciences. I love farming, you know. I study agric. I study education. I'm an educationist, and my focus is in child development and blah, 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 blah. My thesis for my mate. They don't ask you for your final year project. They say, my final year project in school is, calm down, I like your thesis. What did I say? My thesis, my research. You can't come to me and say, what? My thesis in school, my research for my master's, my research was in. When I'm talking to people that are not from Nigeria, I get as I follow them talk. Confuse your interviewer. Any question? Post your question. Let's answer question before we go home. How much do you want to earn? Let me tell you my personal experience. Oh boy, this rasta acting no easy. The way head they scratch me, it be like say, heat don't. Well, I do. Olanamiko say, what is this? How much do you want to earn question? That's a very gargantuan question. That question, you have to be very careful with it. So my first job interview, they asked me, how much do you want to get paid? Let me tell you the answer I give them. Listen very carefully, guys. Listen very carefully. Thank you, Bengade Uti, for giving us those points. Bengade Uti on the comment section is giving us the summary of the points I'm telling you in case you want to make notes. Guys, anyway, this video, I'll put it on my Instagram TV. So question, Olanameko says, how do you approach how much do you want to earn question? My own, when they ask me, how much do you want to earn? Guess what? I had never done that job before and I didn't have experience in it. So I said, I'm going to be very honest with you. That was the first thing I said. After I had already aced all the questions they were asking, I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what the current industry standard for remuneration for entry level is. I'm not quite sure what the current. I didn't tell them I had no idea. See, you don't go to job interview and say, I don't have idea, I don't know. The word I don't know, I don't have idea. Use it sparingly. Use it sparingly. When they ask you, so how much you want to get paid? A safe way to say is, well, since you've told me what the job description is, I'll rather you make me an offer. That's a simple way to escape. I'll rather you make me an offer. Or I'd rather you make me an offer. I think that's past participle. I'd rather you make me an offer. If they insist and say, no, how much do you want to get paid? The next level I go to is, well, considering the work, the job description and the workload, I don't want to put a figure to it, but I would expect to be paid enough to keep my mind on the job. That is what I told my employer. They shock. Even me, I shock as now wisdom. Now God just give me that wisdom. So, but it works. Given the workload and the expectations, and which I'm pretty sure I can deliver, and I can deliver beyond your expectation. I'll say, pay me enough to keep my mind on the job. Say it jokingly. I think I'll be happy with just enough to pay my bills and keep my mind on the job, so that I don't have to worry about feeding, accommodation, transportation. Just play it safe. But it's better for you to have a range of how much the position you are going for should attract. Don't go and say 2.5. Then I say, You say 2.4. Sir, 2.3. You mean? Any amount you afford. 1.5. Don't be a Frank Donga. So, if all of that fails, the third thing you should do, the final thing. That one is tough. Just mention a figure within the range you have an idea before. Don't go to any job interview. Question, how do you respond to this? What are your weaknesses and strengths? It's a tricky one. Somebody is asking another question. What are your weaknesses and your strengths? Let me tell you, the only weakness that you should tell a potential employer is that you are a workaholic, or you are a perfectionist, or you tend to, become over-ambitious with deliverables, and sometimes you give expectations that, you might find you are struggling to meet up to because your drive is so high. That is the only reasonable weakness that I can say will not frighten any employer. What are your weaknesses? I sleep too much. Red flag. You are on the job, you'll be dozing. If it's a sensitive technical job that they need to be alert, it's already a problem. What are your expectations? Baba man not lie you. My weakness. What are your weaknesses? Baba man not lie you. I feel go club. If I go club like this, I feel spend any money within my hand. They will say one day you will steal company money and you go to club. What are your weaknesses? I know they like me person just made the door for work. I like people who be say they sharp for work. They say this one, it will not be tolerant to other employees. What are your weaknesses? I hate late salary payments. Don't go and say something that if you see the best way to answer questions in interview, put yourself in the position of the interviewer and say, if I hear this kind of answer, my mind not go bust. Say, Somebody said, what are your weaknesses? Baba, my weakness na naira bet. I beg, don't say that. I 22 single 4. I can bet with my salary. I'm trying to grow out of it. Or what are your Nicole? How you doing? What are your weaknesses? Baba, na shayo man, not lie you, na shayo, na green bottle. Though I'm working on it. I even joined a group online that where we're trying to come out of it. Don't go and say any useless weakness. Keep your weakness to you and your life. Pray, read your Bible, go to church, pray that God will take away your weakness. Weakness is not something you can be confronting. Give yourself brain, your weakness. I eat too much. What your weakness? I too like NSC. No, let's give ourselves brain. The only weakness I will say it makes sense that nobody will say this one now we really is that I work too hard, I push myself too hard. I think I need to slow down because sometimes it affects my health and then I tend to have to take medications. But hey, I'm trying to slow down because I just overdrive myself. Employer, they like that one. If that's your weakness, you're okay. If you're a perfectionist too, you're okay, but you're working on it because you've come to a state where you realize that not everybody can be on the same level of delivery, and I've gotten to a place where I've now learned how to slow down. Time management in terms of I use my personal time too much for official things, and then it makes me a bit lacking in my personal life, but I'm learning work-life balance. That's another good weakness. So one day I say, what are your weaknesses? I too late, or I oversleep sometimes, or I used to come late, or I have anger issues, and you want to join somebody's company. You are deceiving yourself. What are your weaknesses? I hate to be underutilized. Somebody said I hate to be underutilized. I won't recommend that you use the word hate at a job interview. With your potential father-in-law, don't use the word hate when you're talking to your father-in-law. Then let's dive back into interview questions, how to confuse in your interviewer. If the interviewer is your father-in-law, they want to know what you do for a living, and maybe you just start politics. Don't choose a political party. Don't choose a side unless you know the political party is affiliated with, and then you begin to, even if you hate the political party your father-in-law belongs to, be wise. Don't go and say, I usually don't talk politics, but I think politicians are just a bunch of, they are destroying this, they are useless. Don't go. Know where your father-in-law stands in things like politics, religion, and politics, religion, and something else. Sports. Don't go and run down your father's football club. If he's Arsenal, don't go and wear Man U jersey inside your jacket. Who is calling me? Somebody's calling my phone. Are we back? There is somebody calling. This Instagram, they should have a way. So 3 things. Don't jump forward with your preference in religion, your opinion rather, in religion, sports, and politics. Calm down. If it's your father-in-law you went to go and visit, how to confuse your interviewer. Don't jump into conclusion with your father-in-law. All right, or your potential employer. Then I say, what do you think about Arsenal? Did you watch last? So let me tell you how you deal with it. Somebody says you come for a job interview. You are now asking you question, technical question. You have aced everything. You now get to a level. They now say, do you watch football? Did you watch yesterday's match? Arsenal gave you to Man U. Be smart. This is how you answer that question. It might be a trap. Say, oh, yeah, I watched it. Are you an Arsenal fan? Oh, are you an Arsenal fan? Based on what it says. Did you watch yesterday's match? If you watch it, say, oh, yes, I watched it if you're a football person. If you're not a football person like me, say, oh, I'm sorry, I missed it just narrowly. Did you watch it, sir? If you know they like sports, just engage them on that. Don't go and say, my team go beat, my team flog your team. If you pin them, they will not tell you. That's the end of your interview. If your father-in-law, he go to look, you say, this one, where in team don't they beat my team? He won't marry my daughter. You know go know. You know go know. You get why? Don't go deep into that. Politics, don't go deep into it until you know where they lean. When you know where they lean, be aligning with them small. But if you have a very strong stand against their principle, politely, let them talk first. Allow them to talk and express themselves. Then say the positive thing that you can say, whatever small positive thing that you can say about where they lean to. Say it. If it's your interviewer, say it. Oh yeah, that political party, yeah, they've done a few things, blah 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 blah. Although personally, I think maybe the other guys are also trying some things too. They brought in a few changes, and if you think, and the way you are talking, be watching his face. If their smile is beginning to drop down or their body is beginning to ginger, pipe low. Don't engage them in that conversation again. It will end in tears. Which other thing? We talk about how to confuse your father-in-law in interview situation if he's grilling you because you followed your babe home to go and meet your father-in-law, your potential father-in-law. We have discussed it. 2 more questions and we close for tonight. It's after 10. I like this question. Listen attentively. I'm going. See, why did you leave your last job in a situation where you were sacked? There's no good answer for that question. So let me be honest with you. If you were sacked from your last employment, don't say you were sacked unless they expressly asked you. And if they asked you, try all you can not to bedevil or run down your last employer. It will not end well. Don't run down your last employer in any job interview. When they ask you, why did you leave your last job? Say, well, I had a beautiful time there. I enjoyed my stay while I was there. Mention the things you were able to achieve and do for the company. Then say, but you were looking for something a bit more adventurous. You had gotten to a level where you felt it was necessary to explore other opportunities, and that's why you are looking at working with your new guy that is interviewing you. Did you hear what I just said? So that is what you say. Even if you were sacked, don't be the one to say you were sacked. Say some nice things about your last place of employment. Then tell them, why did you leave? Well, I had achieved this and this and this, and I enjoyed my time working on this project and that. Mention notable and memorable things you did while you were in that interview and that last job. Then tell them you felt you had gotten to a place where you needed to expand or grow or try something new, and you also felt you needed to, that you understand that kind of thing. I know or you wanted something more challenging, or you were looking for bigger challenges or bigger opportunities, and then you were looking for growth, and you were looking for more adventure. Now so Steflon Donkuzo, you sound familiar. Teflon Donkuzo, I think you are once in my life. All right, somebody wants to come on live with me. What do you want us to discuss? Slim boy way. Don't tell them the company was lacking behind. Don't tell the new interview person that your last company was lacking behind. It will look rude and arrogant. There's a polite way of saying it. You can say, well, we got to a place in the company where I felt I needed more, because I had achieved this and this, and I was looking for, okay, Teflon Donkuzo is a rabbit guy, thank you. You are looking for, don't say they were lacking behind. Now mind that last company, they just the door themselves, But Mama, I tell you, the last company when I work, they just the door me now, they door me. When they be say I don't achieve now, I just look for say I follow my boss talk, say more expand go Abuja. I feel run Abuja. It be like say he don't see my star. He can't look for how to pipe low, pipe me. He won't pipe me low. And as a street boy, I just feel say man, I just move. How do you handle it if the MD's wife is eyeing you? I don't understand. Dakiva, how do you, if the MD's wife is eyeing you, for this question, they should lie you down and flog you 6 strokes of the cane for this question where you ask. How you go job interview the same day and you will realize the MD's wife is eyeing you in interview? How you will take even reason am? How you take even noticing an MD wife? I suspect you. You deserve to be suspected. Next question. How to know how do you explain career break in a CV during interview? Very simple. How do you explain career break? Very simple. Confuse them. Depending on what happened to you. For example, if you are ill, tell them, well, you had health challenges because you were not taking enough rests. You can't go wrong unless it's a congenital disease or it's a terminal disease. Just attribute it to overwork. Kukuma, if you overwork, you can fall sick. So you needed to take a break and reassess things. You know, you can say the break in your CV is due to the fact that you had gotten to a place where you had practically achieved a lot of things that you had set your mind to, and you needed some time off to reappraise and refreshing your zeal. So you took some time to refuel. You went on vacation, you took some personal time out to reappraise yourself and rest, so that you can rebuild your energy for the next challenges in the next phase of your life. And while you were that, you read books, you went for trainings, and you generally spent more time with nature. You took nature walks, you know. If it's because of pandemic, they know they one person just in a pandemic, a corona cause and a corona. Baba, I not get job because corona won my life, my last employment. You just, again, be as truthful as possible. How to confuse your interviewer. Confidence, look them in the eye. When they're asking questions, nod slowly to let them know you are digesting their questions, and smile, maintain a smiley face, don't frown. Like say there's the mess for your mouth. Not be only you corona affect, now the whole world. People have lost their lives and loved ones. Calm down, everything will be fine. Just relax. Not be only you, landlord distress. Landlord distress all of us. You know. So just, you know, be confident, be very positive and optimistic. If you don't know something, admit you don't know it, but that you are willing, quickly add that you are willing to learn, and tell them what you know about it. For example, you are an engineer, you have never tried anything with construction of road in a swampy area, and they ask you, do you have any experience? Because this company is going to be going into road construction in the Niger Delta, and with the swampy terrain we have in so and so area, do you think you can handle it? Because we need somebody with experience in road construction in marshy areas and swampy terrain. I say, well, to be honest with you, I'm answering question now, sir. To be honest with you, because of where I schooled and southwestern Nigeria, the basement complex rock we have in the southwestern part of the country is this and this and this, and most of the constructions are handled by these companies. We don't tend to run into a lot of marshy or swampy terrain where we need to deploy a lot of piling, fortification, concrete works, and all of that. You don't already confuse Sam. What did I say? They asked you, do you think you'll be able to, you have experience in road construction in swampy areas? Well, to be honest with you, sir, because of where I studied and where I currently practice, the basement complex rock of southwestern Nigeria, from Lagos, Ogun State, and the environ, most of the kind of things we do are going to what you have done. The guy I don't shift your focus, come off from swampy. I don't take you to what I've done. I don't tell you my achievements. So with those experiences, I don't think I'll be able to easily adapt. Of course, working with you, I learn quickly, and I'm very open to trainings and you know, opportunity to grow with your company. I learn quickly, and I'm looking forward to that working. Talk like you're already in the company. I'm looking forward to the experience working in that kind of. I'm actually looking forward to that experience working in your company. I already have experience of working in solid ground, and I believe the swampy area you're talking about, using the principles I've learned, and you know, working in Okera, we worked in Ejigo, and we worked also in Morocco. Those places, even though they are not typically marshy, but what we noticed is that don't talk too much. Don't talk some small sense and say, I'm looking forward to that opportunity with you because I believe it's something I can learn quickly, because I would say I'm a fast learner, and I'm looking forward to the challenges and the opportunities that area will present if you give me a chance. Okpari. So career break in your CV, I've already explained that one. If you are sick, explain that you needed to refreshing and take a break off work because the demands were telling on you, because you are pushing yourself too hard. If it was because you are not employed, tell them you are using the opportunity while searching for your next place of commitment. You are taking that time out to develop yourself. Alaye. No, see, somebody said, and you will hear, Alaye, that's not what I asked you. I know. Then you apologize. Oh, no, I'm sorry, sir. I was just explaining what I have. No, I don't have that experience. But I can see. Affirm that not quite. So you can start with things like, well, so working in road construction in some areas. Not quite, sir. What I do have is admit you don't know when you don't know. But quickly move on to something you are confident or you have experience with. Just let it fit in a nutshell, hint it, and tell them you are willing to learn from them. It's a better way. Any more questions? 4 more questions. 4 more questions. Let's go. What do you answer when it comes to hobbies and complimenting the employers? I don't understand what you mean by complimenting the employer. Your hobbies are your hobbies. I like reading, playing football, swimming, playing musical instruments, listening to classical music. Tell them your hobby. That is why it's good to develop hobby, healthy hobby, apart from being savage on Twitter and Instagram and posting insults all over the place. So it's good. Okay. Had there been people who says, I think a lot of people still get the question, tell us about yourself wrong. You might want to address it. Okay, tell us about yourself. I think tell us about yourself is one of the trickiest questions. It's one of the most. Thank you very much, Neri Official. You said you like it when I speak. When I speak Yoruba. Prince Sami says you like it when I speak Yoruba. Well, thank you. Some people like it when I speak French too, or small Hausa or English. Anyway, the question about tell us about yourself. Start with your name. My name is this and this. I studied. If it's work, tell them what you studied. I come from Akiabasi, local government area of Imoaha, all those local government where you came from. I don't think I care about your local government area. It's related to job. You understand? You smell nice, compliments. No, you don't need to go and tell your employer you smell nice. Before you are expecting them to smell nasty. Keep your nose to yourself. Talk about the job. Or when you are done and you have created a good impression, you can just say, oh, by the way, do you mind if I compliment this space? I like your space. It resonates. If you are knowledgeable about complimenting people about their construction or their space, say, oh, by the way, if I may add, I like your office space. It's the colors, and the colors are warm, and they're mentally energizing. I like the vibe of this office space. I like it. I like your choice of color. Just general complimenting. Don't give personal compliments. I like Bose, my bro. I like your taste in tie. Or auntie, I like your taste in necklace. So you want to buy jewelry for him? No, now. What if the interviewer is speaking big English and you don't understand those English? Then be polite and humble enough to ask them, oh, sir, I'm sorry, sir. I don't think I quite understand what you mean. Are you saying, then ask them back, oh, sir, I'm sorry. Do you mean, I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that. Do you mean, and then rephrase it like that. Hey, Kim Mendia. Lots of love from New York City. I hope you will continue this session. I hope I will continue too. So when you're asking questions tell us about yourself, start with your name, go to what you studied, then your job experience, then your achievements. From there, and your aspiration. Everything should not be more than 5 sentences. My name is Frank Donga. I studied agricultural science from Olabisi Onabanjo University. Also topped up with a master's degree in animal genetics and breeding from University of Ibadan. I've worked in 5 multinationals dealing with animal feeds, breeding and research. I lectured for 2 years at Social University. I've done research in this. I published 4 materials, and my latest work is on the Journal of Science, and I'll be presenting another paper in New York next month about the recombinant DNA series in cloning and intersex definition of an infant fetus, blah blah blah. And I'm passionate about research in agriculture, especially for small ruminants. And I believe getting a job in an establishment like yours opens me up to opportunities where I can express and explore that ambition. Thank you. My name is Frank Donga. I come from the middle of nowhere, inside Nigerian, look at Africa, planet Earth. My father is a man. My mother is a woman. I have 3 siblings. We live in a mini flat. My father is the one that paid for it. My girlfriend name is Chiamaka. She have 3 brothers. Who cares? Is that the job? Don't go and tell them your family history. I come from a family of 4. I don't want to concern me. If you like, come from a family of 20. As long as you can do our job. If you like, don't have family. Let you drop from the sky, bam, like Terminator. As long as you can do the job, nobody cares. I think our time has gone on Instagram. This is how you people do. Is it American people and London people that used to join us at 10 o'clock? This is now, look at, people are increasing. As I talk now, somebody has just joined us. Why are people increasing? And it's done. We have finished this line. We are spending too much time in this line. Every day, I'll be spending 3 hours. You want to kill me? Instagram TV is there. Developer Barack, can you repost this question and answer session on your timeline so we can access? It's going to be on my IGTV. So like I said, maintain eye contact, nod slowly and smile. Maintain a smiley face. Don't overlap. Before they ask you what's funny in my question, you have entered another problem. So you just join. Latifa Chooks, you just joined. You're welcome. So you see all the video on my Instagram TV, IGTV. We've talked a lot. We've talked too much self. You people will not kill me. Go and sleep, all of you. Go and sleep. Ha! Another 20 people have joined. Go and sleep now. Yes, now we America. Now we American. Now is it now we American? I just join. So somebody said, Dixon 007, I think when employers ask, tell us about yourself question, they already have read your resume. Talk about a particular trait of your resume, e.g. your strengths. I'm inquisitive. Sometimes when people say, tell us about yourself, they've read your resume, yes, but they might want to see how you organize your thoughts in a sequential manner. They want to see how you process information and how you can be brief, how you can summarize, you know. The Noni Enwa. How you doing? Okay. Enough for today. Hey, Waltex African Fabrics. You say African Fabric. Nice one. You guys have a side hustle. If you don't know, we did agricultural side hustle last Sunday. Go and watch it on my Instagram TV. Every 8 p.m. on Sunday, West African time. Okay. All right. All the people there who joined the program tonight. Thank you, my brothers. All right. Excellent. Appreciate, man. I appreciate, brother man. All the people who join on my Instagram TV. So, Luba. And now you just got it. Yeah, all right. I think it's good. Any more questions? 4 more questions. Where are these other 4 questions coming from? How do you explain you were fired at your previous job? We've done that. How do you have a Nigerian politician? We've done all of that. Okay. What is the difference between sacked and laid off? I don't know. Laid off. No, laid off sounds something more like your company was downsizing, so they had to lay some people off. You understand? Hey, Anudi. Love from Canada. I know I did dire. Thank you, I know I did dire. Love from Canada. Okay, so being sacked, it sounds more like if you are sacked, that means you probably infringed on a law in the company, you did something wrong, or you didn't deliver. Sacked usually is used for when there was if there was bad blood between you and the company. You did something. Being sacked is when you are removed from job as a punishment for something you have done or something you refuse to do. Insubordination, insulting, fighting the office, stealing, using company property or using company time. You broke a law in the company manual. They can sack you as a punishment for that, or as a result of your action. Say Lord from Osapa, London. I see you, Osapa, London. When you are laid off, Lord from Dubai. Hey, Josh Dev 01, I see you. When you are laid off, I think it's more generally used with when maybe your company couldn't handle you anymore. Probably they had to downsize. Somebody says sack is equal to terminate. Olatomiwa. Laid off is we are restructuring. They couldn't take so many staff. It's more laid off is more civil. Another way to say it is you are let go. The company had to let go some of the staff, and I was one of them because they looked at the salary structure and they felt it might be easier for them to hold the staff that were less paid than those of us that were more paid. And I think let me tell you another echo how to confuse your interviewer. Agree with your last employer, and I think it's a brilliant move. So, assuming where I was working before, they sacked me. I was one of the top guys, but they laid me off. I will tell you, ask me that question. Yeah, ask me from home. Frank, why were you laid off? Well, with the company where I worked, beautiful environment, the staff, wonderful place to work in, but it got to a stage where the overhead of the company wasn't quite matching the inflow and the income, so they had to make a tough decision. The management had to make a tough decision to let go some of the staff, or downsize, or if you wish, to lay off some of the staff. Unfortunately, they used a parameter that involved retaining people that were less paid because they didn't have a lot of money. So those of us that were better paid, or those of us who were on a higher level, they had to be let go. And it's a decision. I think it's a brilliant move, because that way the company can keep surviving, and because people like us can also find opportunities in other places, but the other guys maybe not so much. So I think it's a brilliant move. We had to make that sacrifice for the company to go on. Talk like say now you and the manager decide to lay you off. Nobody will ask you. The employer will now reason say, this guy is very considerate, sha. See, as they talk about his last place of employment, they sack him and get bad blood. Now lie. Maybe your belly the boy, you swear for the management, you swear for the manager, the MD will sign your sack letter, you swear for that. Mean pocket that anger. Hems Fabric, you would love to make you some nice attire, sir. Slide inside the DM. That is a smart way to do it. Confuse your interviewer. Even if they don't have position for you, they will create position for you and say, this chairman, Mr. Ramo, I see you. By the time you are agreeing with your last employer why they had to downsize and let go some of you that were really high up there and were super delivering, because they can always come to us, to solve us to solve problems. But the younger staff, it was a good management decision. I agree with them. They be like, this dude he has a good heart, sha. See the way he even agrees with the fact that the company had to lay him off. Wow. If they don't have position, they will create position for you. Confirm. Babe, let me talk him. They will say, well, Mr. Johnson. I mean, we've looked through your CV. We think, we don't have something right now, but can you give us like a day? Let's get back to you. With love from Chicago. I see you, Chicago people. What's going on in Chicago? They say, Hebrews 1:22. Is that what you? Yeah. They say, let's. Well, we can look for something. COO. Abby, I think we can look for something for Mr. Johnson. Yeah. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. They will look for something for you. Say amen. Depending on how you present and package yourself. You don't confuse them. It is well with you. Any other question before I go? I want to go and sleep. No, not go kill me today. What if they ask for a resignation letter, meanwhile you are sacked? That is why I say don't lie. If you did not lie in the first place, you won't have any problem. And let me tell you, if your interview, if you followed all the things we said about packaging, about showing understanding, that you actually came to the table with sense to solve problem, and you're actually delivering at the interview, nobody will ask for your sack letter from the other place. In fact, they will be happy that the last employer lost you, because now they won't gain you now. But if you know they perform, okay, you didn't perform in the interview, why do I need your letter of resignation? If you were fired, tell them, well, I had to be let go because, you know, I had technical decision fallout with my superior. They wanted me to do something I believed was unethical, or I was not convinced was the right decision for the company. I insisted, and I did. Well, looking back now, I've learned my lesson. I would do it differently. But at that point in my life, I think I was just naive as a young staff, and I went against the instruction of the supervisor, who was supposed to use this particular formula in concrete mixture for the building. I felt it was too weak, and I used something more, and the company felt I was not taking instructions, so they thought it was better that, you know, I look for something else to, you know, and that's why I felt, you know. But looking back now, if you answer like a responsible person that has learned his or her lesson, you made a mistake. But if it's that you stole money, I don't see a comeback from there, my brother and sister. That's why it's not good to steal and do fraud. That's why it's not good to be fraudulent and be thieving in the office. You understand? If possible, not say, hey. So, another wisdom. Is white lies allowed? No. Which one is white lie? I don't understand white lie. Lie is lie. Which one is white lie? I don't understand white lie. If possible, don't say the exact thing that caused your yawa. Just say you had a technical or procedural difference between you and your supervisor, where he felt you had a different opinion in executing a project. But looking back now, you think you would have done it differently, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't have answered for it. I felt, based on my training or my ambition, or I was just a young staff and I was too ambitious. I wanted to experiment beyond what the company was asking me to do, and that didn't go well with the management. Somebody that likes how you have answered the interview so far, we give you another chance. What are your short and long-term goals? I don't think that's a big deal. Short-term goals. Somebody is asking, what are your long and short-term goals? How do you answer that question? Short-term goals, just tell them, well, in the immediate, I think right now, I need a company where I can learn and grow and acquire skills. And my long-term goal, I would love to add value beyond the expectation of the company, because I intend to go for this course, do this certification, do my master's in between at some point if possible, and then overall be valuable before I see another opportunity, maybe, I don't know, a decade from now, to move on to something else. That's how you answer the question. Short-term goals, something you want to do in immediate now. Any other question before I go? Who are those people that want to come? You guys also want to share your worst interview experience with me? If I call you on now, so you will now. Some of you have forgotten. Oh, okay. All of you are not being able to join. Okay, all of you are. Okay, that's about it, guys. Check out this video on my Instagram TV. Interview in the end, no packaging, thinking on your feet. Okay, somebody said, Toma Yeni. Tom Ayeni says, interview in the end, now packaging, thinking on your feet, right? Swinging the questions as it comes. Yes, university should invite you to talk to graduates. I wish I had all this advice so many years ago. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I've been to a few universities to talk on things like this. I've been to Unilag to speak. I've been to Abuad, that's Afeba Balala University. I've been to Caleb University. I've been to what's this university? I've been to Babcock. I've been to a few universities. Olabisi Onabanjo University. I've been to about 5 or 6 universities in Nigeria to talk about how to answer interview questions. Oh yeah, Noni Yewa. The Noni Enwa. What's the question? I can't see your question now. It's time to go and sleep. I beg. I don't tire. This is how you people keep me talking throughout the night. What's your question? I can't see your question. What type of clothes are suitable for interview? Oh, whoo! What type of clothes are suitable for interviews? Do I go all out or should I just stay calm? Stay calm. Calm down. It's not a party. It's not club. For a guy, depending on the job, whatever the job is, you cannot go wrong with a clean white shirt. I repeat, for guys, you cannot go wrong with a clean, well-ironed, well-gaitered white shirt and a simple tie, not multicolor that will blind anybody, not shine. A simple, medium-sized tie, all right? Either a two-tone tie. I think a two-tone tie would be good. It shows you have a taste in color. Not choir uniform, not black and white, not law students uniform, no. White shirt with two-tone tie, two-color tie, a clean white shirt, and a sky blue pants, or sorry, a navy blue pants, a denim pants, a khaki pants, like Dockers or corduroy, you know. No corduroy, please, no corduroy. Khaki pants, no jeans to your job interview, no jeans, except it's a field interview. It's a field, like a field job. I don't know. If it's a field job, self, and they are interviewing you in an office, go dressed for office. If you are a babe, this one is where it gets tricky now. Don't come and crucify me. If you are a babe, if it is possible, if it is within your power, avoid low-cut dresses that will market your avoid it. We are not doing orange competition. Nobody's arguing with you on top of your assets. Keep your assets low. If it's too distracting, they might think you are doing what you are not trying to do. And if you are not trying to do what they think you are not trying to do, why are you now behaving as if you are doing what they think you are not trying to do, which you are not trying to do? There's a lot of doings involved in that conversation. So you self behave. Don't wear too low cut, too deeply cut blouse. You understand? If you have the capacity to not wear it, do so. Don't wear it. Wear a simple, maximum two-tone blouse. If it's a pink blouse you are wearing, wear blouse. Avoid sleeveless. Some of you are blessed with extra jolo on your underarm. Maybe when you're not talking, you now raise arm to say, I remember the time I used to, it will not be doing jolo. The person will now remember the mama that used to sell beans to his primary school mates. He will now remind him of one old mama in his primary school. He will now say he doesn't like you. Avoid sleeveless if you're a girl. Or that's when you now forgotten that you didn't shave. And you know how this place, when you sweat under pressure on the hot seat, you know how the place can gather those white things that look like twin stick. Those brownish white things that look, it will not gather the thing with sweat. And your armpit, you know, avoid, use roll-on when you are going for job interview. In case you fall afraid and you are sweating, use roll-on for job interview. Let's give ourselves brain. Go and watch the other videos. How to get a job. Personal grooming is one of the things we discussed. What else? Still, stay calm for a guy. If you are wearing sleeveless, okay, thank you very much, Hems. Hems added, if you are wearing sleeveless as a woman, but you can't call that sleeveless now. That is camisole or inner wear when you are wearing a skirt suit. Skirt suit is one of the best. Pantsuit, good. If you have big at the back, I won't recommend pantsuit. Wear skirt suit. Why? We are not in competition with the interviewer. If you can wear simple blouse, fine. Fine. Jacket, skirt, suit, fine. And for women, just wear long skirts. Not by force. It doesn't have to always be deeper lifestyle. Anything below your knee, slightly below your knee is fine. That when you sit down, you can cover your knees small. Not the one that you are struggling to pull down. It's around where your pocket is. Don't go and wear boxer length and you're not pulling down. You are struggling to pull it down. Or you now carry hand in the middle of your lap. You're not using a whole hand to block the middle of your lap. Is it war? I don't understand. Did somebody wear clothes for you in the house? You didn't see the clothes when you were wearing it. What if you don't have experience in that particular field you apply for? Go and get experience, my brother. How can you want to? Then if you don't have experience, you have to have what we call auxiliary or alternate experience that you can apply to that job. You understand? If you're an artist and you have understanding of music production, you can go to a TV station and say you want a job and you can learn on the job. If you're a writer or you are press club member in school, you can bring that experience and say you want experience as a journalist, or you are doing an online course in journalism. There's always something you should bring to the table. You can't just come raw. Don't forget, they want to pay you for solving problems in their company. It's not a training you're applying for now, it's work. You have to be able to solve a problem or fill a position. You can't just go raw. Please, when we're handicapped, the Out on Netflix, which one is? Oh, okay. I don't think I understand what you're saying. Okay, you guys, thank you very much for today. We'll meet again next week, Sunday, 8 p.m. Check out the videos on Instagram TV, IGTV. They're all there. It's always fun having you guys on the live. Thank you for your support. What is your question, Yemi Tom Victor? I can't see your question now. Okay, let me just answer your question before we go. You guys, 8 more questions. Come on, guys. Come on now. I can't answer. Somebody said, won't the employer feel like you will leave them too someday? I don't understand. Employer must know that you can leave. But the fact that you have the solution to a problem they have, or you have value that you want to add before you go, is the cocoa. Do they want you to die in their company? Any employer that doesn't want you to leave on to become something else is not. I don't understand that. So please, guys, any other question, go and drop it on my timeline on Instagram. Thank you very much. I love you guys. Rest the man. Signing up now in the building.